Okay, today we're going to talk a little about pressure cookers. I really like pressure cookers. They cook stuff real fast, and the more I use them, the more I want to use them. I think my sister originally wanted me to talk about pressure cookers. She didn't use it much. I've been using them for a long time. But basically I want to go over, there's three basic types of pressure cookers out there. There is the all-in-one, kind of like built-in all-together, electronic, does everything for you kind of like the mid-range manual but not huge type. Then there's the big ones, and this is normally associated with canning, and they different ones might look a little different, but they are about the same. I'll start with this one here. My sister actually found this deal online, and I think we got it for like 20 bucks a while ago. Bought it online. I've only used it once and it worked okay. I'm more partial to this one for everyday use just because it is so doggone simple. Plus with this one here, once I have cooked my beans on my grill on charcoal. I did that once just to see if I could do it, but I don't want to do it anymore because I could feasibly the outside, stain the outside and everything. But how this one works here is, this one here, it's kind of hard to do it with one hand, I apologize. Lid comes off, you have a pot, got the heating element, and this is cast iron right here. So you put everything in here, you slap this on, put your lid at an angle, and if I can twist it on there. And then you got the lever here if you want it under pressure or to steam out. That's what you do. And then when you plug it in, it'll start coming on. I'm not going to turn on all the way because you never want to use a pressure cooker with less than 1/3 of stuff in there, volume as a whole. But basically your pressure setting, by default it's on 15. Then you can go up or down to get to lower pressure. 15 is the max. And this one here also has another feature where you can warm something or use it as a slow cooker or a crock pot, whatever you want. They call it a slow cooker. I'm used to calling it a crock pot. But that's basically it on this one. It works pretty good. Now, anytime you use a pressure cooker and it says cook for 15 minutes, you do not start timing until it's fully under pressure. And this one here does that for you. As soon as when you put your timer on, it does not start counting down until it's fully under pressure to the pressure you want. So now these are a little more manual. This one here, it's pretty simple. You have everything here. Here's the lid. Pretty much every pressure cooker has a ring on it. Some use Vaseline. If you're worried about longevity, if you get a pressure cooker, order a second ring right away. I've had this for, I can't remember how long. I'm guessing 8-10 years at least, and I'm still on the same ring. So if you take care of it and you don't soak it in water, obviously, and stuff like that, that'll ruin rubber and everything. But this one kind of goes on at an angle, and most of them have markings how you put it on. I don't know if you can see it. There's two little lines right here. That lines up with this right here when you put it on, and then you close it, and it's there. It's shut, but it's not sealed. You have a lever up here. If it's up here, this is a symbol of a pot. That means it's under pressure, and this is to let steam out right here. So, and then after it's going, you make sure you put the green lever on this one up, and they'll all have something about this. And what happens is, once it comes under pressure, this little yellow line will come popping up. And after it pops up, you cannot do it until it's not under pressure anymore. So, and then after it's under pressure and it's done, just let it come down naturally. If you want to quick do it, you can turn it to this after you're done cooking, and you'll see steam come flying out of here. Now make sure there's nothing back in this area here, that'll get steam, because it'll shoot out 3-4 feet. So that's this pressure cooker, and like I said, that's my favorite for everyday use. And here's the big one, the big pressure canner I use for canning. And you can use this for cooking in big meals also if you want. But how this works is you have a little valve here and a hole on top. Now, once you put your water in, again, more than 1/3 volume inside. You don't have to fill it with water to 1/3, but at least with everything in there, 1/3. You put it in, and again, there's a little mark on this one right here, line up with this, and then you turn it shut, you know, like that. And you put the pressure on. With just this on, it's 5 pounds. You put another one on, it's 10 pounds. You put this one on, it's 15 pounds of pressure. Most recipes will say it. That's if you ever hear about recipes, hey, cook at 10 pounds or cook at 15 pounds, that's what that means. If you don't know and it doesn't say, normally it's understood it's high pressure, which is 15 pounds. But on this one, you bring it to a boil, and you're gonna see steam coming out of this here. You want steam to come out for at least 5 minutes, minimum 5 minutes. I wait about 6 or 8 minutes, just to make sure everything is good. And you'll see it coming out. What that does is it purges everything, all the air in there with steam, and you make sure there's no air in there, everything in there is steam. And then you put that on. Now, after you put that on, you want to lower your temperature. Now, I forgot to mention with this one, after you have it on high heat and the pressure pops up, this little yellow thing, turn the heat down to medium, low. Okay, otherwise you'll start seeing trickle stuff out of there. Same with this one. After you put this on, turn it down. Now, every one is different and every stove is different. That's something you have to play with a couple times to know what's right. I know on mine, after it gets to pressure, I have medium low and it'll stay there. What you want when this goes is you want a nice even movement with this slow. You don't want it that's way, when it's steaming, that's way too much. Just a nice little movement that you know it's still pressure, and a little pressure is popping out, so you're at the optimal pressure all the time. You know, if it goes real slow like that, that's, you know, even better, because then you know you're not overdoing it or anything. But this one you can use to cook in, you can do everything, it's just a big one. But like I said, I usually use this one for canning. This one I use for everyday cooking, and this one I'm probably start using a little more, just lazy. I don't have to do much. You set it and forget it. It'll turn off and everything. And because of this, you have to make sure you're close by. Now, there is another kind where you twist and everything like that. Those are good too. They're similar to these. And a lot of times those have built-in, like up here, built-in pressure gauge, which is great. So you can actually see when you're 10 pounds, 15 pounds, and everything like that. But that's basically the pressure cookers. Any questions, let me know. I want to make another video about me making my homemade beans. I used that one for this one. I don't think I'll use that one now, but I'll use this one. Maybe I'll use that one, I don't know. I had a request for somebody at my church saying, hey, they want to see how to make those beans, so I'll make them. But basically, it'll be in another video. Basically, you take dry beans, you're not soaked, and you're eating in an hour and 10 minutes. So that's how good, and it's a really good recipe too. So that's it. Again, the 3 pressure cookers. You got basically the electronic one, the small everyday standard one, and the bigger canning. And it's kind of a misnomer, you can cook in the canning one too. Thank you very much for watching.